Hello, Joltel. How are you doing? How's your day been? I think I have my microphone set a little too high. Yeah, update sensitivity. I want to update the sensitivity, but I don't know how. I guess maybe compressor? Oh no. Oh no, I already have a compressor filter, never mind. I'll have to experiment with the mic stuff eventually. Like, oh, so I recorded something in OBS for like a multiplayer Zelda thing, and that ended up being like very, like my microphone sounds dead. It sounds horrible. I still am gonna edit it just to show some favorite characters from everyone else, but I need to figure out what settings I use to make the mic sound good. Otherwise, this is gonna really suck. Hi Cachito, how are you doing too? Another good news. It actually rained today. Believe it or not. For once, it has rained. The gods have spoken. And I'm so happy getting that smell again. Just be like, it's so beautiful. And it's heavy rain too. Like at first it was just like, it seems like light. It seems like, light raining. No, it is absolutely pouring. So hopefully the internet won't go down again. Though it would be funny if it goes down after since the last Splatoon stream. Just keep it humid here instead. No. I definitely hear stories just people like really hating things being humid, and I do. It's a little bit bit ew. But when it's always dry all the time, I would really rather take some humidity here and there, or a lot, or all the time. Damn, that artwork is gone. Oh well. There was an artwork, but I went into a store to buy some stuff in Splatoon 2. It's never dry here, so yeah. You gotta find that perfect balance. In another thing, man, I have done the impossible. Well, not really. I went ahead and finally ordered some things from Amazon, some new upgrades and stuff. And one of those things is I got a better camera now, so it's not as terrible as the other one, and now it's really easy to set up. So it will be able to track easier with the VTuber model. And I think if this is any indication that you get a new VTuber model, then I think this is the indication I should get a new VTuber model. But then I'll need to, you know what? If I finish that commission, a very long time commission, if I finish that and it works out great, I'm probably using that to get a new VTuber avatar. It's not going to waste all of it, but I'm going to try my best to look out for one. I'll be on the lookout for a new VTuber avatar. In another case, I got a vacuum. Like a hand vacuum. It's supposed to be like for cars, but I'm gonna use it for just for the flooring and everything, just because it's like, well, I don't have carpets and I don't want to broom all the time, so I think this would be a better way. So I'm officially fucking lazy. But in the other hand, there's just what's the word? Those are the two things that arrived: the camera and the vacuum cleaner. And the other thing I want to arrive that hasn't, which it might be tomorrow, and it's really dumb that it hasn't. It's drawing gloves. I ordered like a 4-pack of them, and it's like, so I can draw, because the one glove I have, oh my god, it's ripped, it's dirty, it's like really messed up, and it's just like trying to exist, and it's not trying to, and like it's dying. Wish I had 4 hands. I wish I did too. Because some people are into that, Some people are into having more than one limb. Having 4 or 6 arms. It's like, that's even a bigger arm, a bigger hug. Sorry. Everyone is into that. How could there be a downside? I don't know. I find it slightly like a bit in, maybe? So, I don't know. But aside from that, it's like, you know, it's been fun. So I'm just waiting on those gloves. It's not like a real important thing, but it's like just something that's like, you know, I would like to have. And unfortunately, I don't know. I want some other people to... I wanted to see like who I could VC with. But I don't know anyone else that has Splatoon 2, which is the issue. I know someone else that does, but it's... I don't know them, though, that's the thing. I would be glad to VC with them, like, just for fun, just be like, hey, I want to play Splatoon, and then see how they are, but I need to, you know what they are before, you know? Yeah. So how are you guys doing, aside from weather? What you guys been working on? Did you get anything special? Because it is the special days of special, and by that I mean, well, it's Halloween. Halloween, and once it hits November, that means everything's being prepared for Christmas, because people just love skipping November for some reason. It's kind of sad. But it's kind of like the month gap, you know, like once Halloween ends and November begins, people are preparing for December Christmas. They don't have time for, you know, setting up Christmas during the month that contains Christmas. You know, for Flan's team and Uncle's team from 17% to drop. Wait, is that happening? I don't know anything about Toho. I know there was a new game, but I don't know anything about it. I just know, like, new character, people are really fucking horny for her. She has a big ass spoon, and yeah, pretty nice. Other than that, I don't know much about Toho, and I probably don't care. Which is kind of sad, considering how much I appreciate Toho. I'm not part of the fandom, but I can appreciate Toho, you know? I appreciate it for what it is, but I'm not that much into it anymore. Even if it's like a really big community, I love the community so much, how much content there is. But aside from that, nothing. Maybe Palutina's Collins for the DLC Smash Characters. Oh, really? Oh, I want to check that out. That's something I want to check out. Hang on. I'm gonna go see. I still really like love the default one that they really didn't have much. Palutina's Guidance Sora. I'll just do Sora because she's like the only person I know. Oh god, it doesn't have. Oh yeah, I don't have it plugged in. Hang on, I'll just mute it. I'll just read the subtitles. I don't like the voices anyway. In that case anyway. Are they singing? Oh god, they're singing. Let's see. There's one of all the DLC fighters. Oh god, there's a lot more DLC fighters than I thought. Yeah, you know what? Now that I think about it, yeah, there is a lot of DLC fighters. Okay, I'll check this out later when I can. Kachito, so fucking here's one thing about Sora. Have you played Kingdom Hearts? And by that logic, I'm gonna start the game off in a second. Give me a bit. I've heard people talk about it. It's always. I technically did play it too. I played like a DS version of it. I don't know if I liked it or not. I remember I borrowed it from someone in high school. I played it for a while and I gave it back. And all I can remember from the which game? I don't know what DS game it was. I don't know what game it was. I just remember it was a Kingdom Hearts game and I played it on the DS. So I borrowed it, I gave it back, and all I could think of the situation was, well, that was I guess I played a game. And really nothing else. I really don't. I don't remember much about it. I remember swinging a weapon here and there, and that's about it. I always hear from some people it's like, oh, it's really great and everything, and from other people it's like, oh, it's pretty bad, and there's not a lot of in-betweens. It's kind of funny. Anyway, here, check this out, because I have something special. I spent last night working on this. It's, you know, something. I'm gonna make myself bigger a little bit, though. So I made this look a little nicer. I want to have an animated background, so I'm using this, like, default one. So probably 358 too. I have no idea. I didn't even think a title like that existed. You know, if I look at the pictures, maybe. Is there an actual Kingdom Hearts game that actually is that? Kingdom Hearts. Oh, 358 to... Oh, okay. That's... I'm just like, what kind of title is that? Did this have a... this is familiar. It's a real title. This is familiar. Did it have like a moment or like an area that played like like a typical RPG and not like moving around and attacking? Because I think I remember that happening. Oh, anyway. So for the layout, I wanted to have a I'm gonna make myself even bigger. Screw this. To make myself bigger, I must become smaller. I have consumed, and consumed I have. I don't remember much from the game again, but that's like some of the things I remember. The graphics do seem familiar, so it might be this one or it might be another one. I'm not sure. But either way, yeah, this is what I did. I want to have an anime background soon that won't just serve as background for the stream, but I also want to have a snowy background that would fit well for video, the end card. So it's like works twice, which is nice. But yeah, I made the border, the game border. The background is not mine. I did not make the border. It was like free VTuber asset, and so was the chat box up there. But if you can notice the font it uses, you might be surprised on what font it would be. But if you know, you know. Now we play Splatoon, but first off, I must know the weapon of the day. I was really wanting to get some people in. I really do want to like have some other friends that play Splatoon, but I don't know any. And also that I don't know any that VC'd a lot. That's good for stream. That's one thing. Sure, might be good friends, but are they good for stream? That's a Kensa Dynamo Roller. Do I wanna? I'll check the weapon, see if I'm willing to do it today. I was thinking of trying to see if I could also do some frickin' some ranked mode. And even though that might murder me completely, I am willing to give it a shot if I don't die instantly. Is this the Kensa? That's gold. Kensa. It has the Booyah Bomb, but the Sprinkler. So I'm stuck with the main weapon. This is just like a painting job, basically. I think I'll go on my own for now. Let's do... I haven't had a chance to use much of this. The ink... Well, the inkjet, yes, but not the... What's it called? Toxic Mist. I kind of miss. Well, maybe do I kind of miss? I'm not entirely sure. The old game had what you might call. I don't like this gear. It doesn't look nice. The old game had a disruptor thing that when on explosion touch, you would be slowed down and you couldn't get rid of it. Which was neat. That was definitely... oh, fuck. Squid Girl game. Actually, I think one of the posts here was even saying... oh, fuck. I saw it. That was an Among Us. Damn it. Oh my god. Why is there so many? Why is there 2 of them now? Damn it. As soon as they start streaming, of course they start showing up. I'm so glad I have to end stream now. Game over. Doesn't exist. There was no Among Us posts when I was watching. When I was walking around and finding like a good art to start the stream with, I didn't see a single Among Us. Why now? So freaking dumb. Ba-da-ba-da-ba-bow. Surprised how relatively tame those were. I don't know. Usually that's just how the meme works. It's just the Among Us and that's it. I don't say I dislike the Among Us meme. I just think that it's kind of like a little overdone now. Belly DM me saying cute streamer. I already forgot what he said because I'm trying to focus on not dying. Guess what? I died, so that was pointless. I think Among Us is like definitely a meme. It's more, well, for us, for Putty and Cuchito, it is like their meme on, you know, on the friend level. But I definitely don't see it now as like the internet level, you know? Oh, you actually killed... no, you didn't kill him! You didn't kill him! You didn't kill him! Oh, for fuck's sake. Go, 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 go. Thank you. Some social deduction game. Because all the mods do is ban Among Us meme now. Well, yeah, because it is kind of like a little overdone now. It's a little too much for those type of people to really, you know, do something to make something clever. You know, it's just like, oh, you know, it's an Among Us meme. You know, not much thought behind it and everything. So, and definitely, it's whatever the mods don't like. You know, they laugh at the memes I send before they ban it. It's kind of like, at first it's, you know, pretty funny, but then after a while it's like, well, you know, kind of lost interest for a while now. It's not that it's dead or anything. It's not like people really resent it. It's just more of a resentment of so many people have done it now, so. Evil X meme was peanut by me. Oh shit. Ah, damn it, I thought that would work. But those are nice. Those are like a very surprisingly simple but effective one that's gone popular. And also, how did I kill him? I had all the shots on him. But that killed me. Oh well. I think, okay, I think the fucking, the feeling behind those memes are like, it's just a very simple concept. The person, but of a famous thing, but in reverse. And it's like, because it's a trope on like, you know, Shadow and stuff like that. It's like, you know, the same character. I'm you but stronger or something like that, you know. It was a fast time, you know. It's fine. It was an easy but fast lane that I think a lot of people enjoyed. Mako Mart again. Truth be told, I do like this stage. I do like its aesthetic. Ocarina of Time. There you go. I can't chat while I'm on stream. Or when I'm in a battle. Ah, fuck. Bamboozler, two. Oh, wow. Two of them are very short range and low accuracy. Two of them are. Fuck. Okay, we're fine. So, I like to call those just the painters. Like, they don't really pose a threat combat-wise, so they're just painters. So, two painters, one mini sniper, and one actual shooter. So, are we surprised that we are almost covering the entire field? Not quite, because again, the painters are living. How are we in danger? There we go. I was behind that wall! Okay, maybe the radius got around. I thought I was safe. Maybe I'm thinking of the source engine is what I was trying to think I was. Yeah, I was thinking of the source engine. Oh, you're hiding there, nice. What do you want to play, would you rather? I think... Maybe a little bit. Those are kind of fun. Nice! I got a nice sniper shot. So, the disruptor, well, no, toxic gas as it's called. I'm just used to calling it the disruptor now, damn it. The previous game had like this, you know, you got hit, you were pretty much stunned for a while. Low ink restoration, you can't move as fast, you were seen by a target and all that kind of stuff. But what's cool about it, well, back then, I think a little bit of the issue was, well, not really an issue, but the way it was definitely like, if you were attacking someone, you were on that person. You wouldn't let them escape. Andrew, would you rather take 10 minutes to have a deadly snail slowly follow you for the rest of your life, or continue your life as normal? I would continue my life as normal. I wouldn't take the snail. Because I get creeped out so much, even by like insects, that I just feel like are always on me. So if I know for sure something's always on me, then it's just like, damn it, I can't even rest well. We're doing awful. Wait, no, what was my performance in this match? Am I the one bringing everyone down, or... Second place, 4 kills. Wow, we were all even. But we're just a bit unlucky in the paint department, I guess. Give me a sec. Also has human level attention, knows your location at all times. It just moves at snail's pace. It's capable of boarding airplanes. If that's what it needs to do to get to you faster, does it take the fastest route, or does it just go like this, like just normal point A to point B, no detours or anything? Okay, so it does take the fastest route no matter what. Nice. This is looking good for us. This is looking good for us. I can... Look, watch this. Nice! It can cut you off. It has a knife. That's what makes it deadly. It's not poisonous or anything. It just has a knife. Don't you dare. Nope. Damn it. Hope that would work. So not the shortest path, Cody, but the most logical path. Fair enough. Yeah. I think the reason I love those as well in a certain phase is because I don't know if anyone's seen Namcom, or like My Mental Multiple Choice is interfering with my high school romantic comedy. Yes, that is the title. Can you just keep it unboxing? Keep it as a pet. Either way, that anime is a parody of, you know, fucking visual novels or dating sims. And so basically he's always guaranteed a choice that either affects him temporarily or affects him permanently. And there even is, I think, an OVA of showing what happens if he chose the other options and lived out. Like, in one of the first, I think second episode actually, there's a fucking decision whether he has to do a handstand and say some like embarrassing thing, or he'll be stuck as a girl because he's currently stuck as being like a girl. So he obviously does the handstand stuff, but then what would the stand would rather pop off? That's the next meme. I'm calling it right now. Let's hope. You can't always call what would be a meme. You know, the Portal, Valve tried to do that with Portal 1, and you know how that went. Just chatting with someone. NDM, something special. I think when it comes to guessing what's the next meme, I think it has to depend on randomness, but random because of how many things have to be in line to make something popular. One is dependent on who's the content creator and how much reach they have and how much creativity does the meme hold for people to, you know, mess it up and stuff. The next thing is like what time in the world, what state in the world would this meme be funny, you know? would this be a time where this meme would be popular for, and you know, remember with a lot of people? Because there could be definitely memes that would be perfect, but just because it's in the wrong time frame, it just doesn't get enough traction. Like, there's probably a ton of memes that even happen because of an event or something. Like, because something is hot or something is, like, almost cold. That's all made to squeeze out some creativity to it. Oh my god, I killed him just as he was doing a special. I feel so proud. Ah, damn it. But, I mean, that's the thing, though. Those are the components of what meme does and does not become well-known and popular. Or would be like, you know, generally just whatever is a meme is like just an inside joke, you know. It doesn't even matter what reach it has. But for it to be like really popular, it would have to reach a certain criteria. There's probably like just a ton of memes that you know people try to push for, and you know, it just doesn't. Sometimes it just doesn't work, you know. Just yeah, would you rather get big? I will be happy if it does, but again, it's not gonna expect it. Please, I was hoping she would jump over. For the love of, get down. No, don't get down in that way. Just get down as in die. Did they lose the player? No, they haven't lost the player. I don't think any one of them is AFK. I kind of walked into that one. I knew he had a shield, and I still played with the fact that I could kill him. Someone will crop your meme, will become a crewmate instead. I would say that would happen. Definitely would say that's possible. Someone will always make it into another meme. No, yeah, people would make it like you would get 10 million, and this crewmate will follow. This imposter will follow you for the rest of your life, or you continue your life as nothing. Memes somehow just turned into Toho memes despite having no connection. Well, I think that's just a video game that, like, you know, any video game has its own meme, you know? And if you're making a meme where it's a snail, and you just replace the snail with another character that would do that, you could easily say that's Reimu, and you're a yokai. In OPOV, you're a yokai. Oh, someone shot rockets. Did that win the game? I don't think we won the game. Wow, fucking. Why does this happen? Ah, okay. Let me change the game. Let's get something else. You know, I don't think I've used a blaster, have I? Yeah, let's do another blaster I haven't used. Give me a second game. I'm picking custom range blaster. They're slow as hell though. Range blaster, rain cloud, and consumption bomb. I'll keep with the range, I think. Ray, Ebo, Andrew, the boys, King, Splatony. I think that's like Anthony, but instead Splat. Okay. I don't know what the last name was. Fuma that never visibly moves, but someone gets closer when you aren't looking at it. But Fuma definitely got a bit of that smug meme stuff, like all Fumas in general. I think they're just gonna be a common thing, you know. It's always gonna be a thing that's always gonna just be like, you know, Fumos, they're funny. And I'm happy I was able to finally own one of the Fumos. I got the freaking Remlia Fumo, and she's adorable. Fumo win. I still need to have frick. I still need to have a shelf to display stuff in, because I have it all like in a closet somewhere, just sitting there. I want to get like a shelf that would definitely, like, you know, keep it Maybe not glass, because glass might be a little bit too expensive, but maybe something that just looks like glass, like maybe just plastic. Something like that I'll take just to make sure, you know, no dust or anything gets in, so I don't have to keep cleaning it over and over again. I don't know if is that viable? Is that a viable thing? Then I can show it off and like take pictures and show off to people when they visit, which is no one, because I don't. I have a friend that I haven't talked to in a while that's still nearby. I can like contact it and just be like, hey, it's been a while, I want to hang out again. But the odds of doing that and having a good time, that's gonna be crazy. Ah, I'm being followed, damn it, I saw it behind me. Did you post another, oh, fucking, that meme. I'm gonna use this more often. This will definitely make shots a lot easier. But I don't think we're gonna win this. Nice. The crazy thing, the thing that sucks about the range blaster, of course, is I can't be close range. I have to be long range. That's the one thing that's really, really kind of hard to get with this weapon. Yeah, all the weapons have range, but you can be relatively close distance, you know, usually. But with the range blaster, you definitely need to be far away. Otherwise, unless you're hitting all those shots directly, you are fucked. Like that. But I was still long range, so that doesn't count. Or that. No, okay, that worked. That worked. I can't believe I actually got that shot. Looking, we're taking over. Wow, being dominated the entire map, finally. I thought I threw that straight to the ground, actually. Yes, I know, my birthday suit. How's your drawing? My drawing is actually completed. I'm just waiting for the date to be the post-it. Currently, I'm just drawing Dark Knight's Commission. And I guess whenever that's done, you know, I'll go to work on some other projects I had. By the time Kato's the commission they got, it's just a ton of portraits for a game they're making. It's like their dream or something. And since they finished up like talking, like they finished up personal life issues and stuff. What do we have here? Is this worth it? Yeah, actually, this is worth it. But you know what? I'll try the regular blaster. I want that one-shot crit weapon. Now that their life is in order and stuff, they are being like, yeah, we can continue that commission now. And be like, sweet, okay, cool. So then I can get back to working. Because I had that in hiatus. Just because, you know, other stuff came in. That other stuff came in anyway. So it's just like, yeah, I'll just, you know, do whatever. And fucking... Now, Jesus jumping anyway. Okay. It's a ton of, well, a ton, quote unquote. It's like, I think 6 characters I have to do, maybe 7. I don't remember. And they all have 6 expressions I have to do. So the cool thing is, it's not like Omori style, so I don't have to like animate it or do it a certain way or anything. Honestly, it's just my style. Bad thing. That means it has to be colored and in full detail, so that's like, ooh. It's a lot of work. So I might I could be either doing it in stream or I could do it in a Lane Dimension server later tonight. Just to, you know, chat and keep myself focused while I do it. Or even on other servers, maybe, I don't know. It depends on if he wants to keep this a secret or not. I forgot if he wanted to keep it a secret. Probably why I shouldn't be saying it, but you know. It's just that problem, you know. It's just like, you don't know a person really wanted to keep it a secret and... Ah, god damn it! Well, no, the existence is like public. It's just the content that's... Yeah, whatever. I don't know these things, man. I just know, hey, money. And that's it. God. So there's also a weird habit I have to try to break, which is not dying. There's a weird habit I have to break with this blaster. Back in the old game, it was quite common for me to jump up and, you know, fire the weapon here and there, but fortunately this game changes that. This game tells you, no, don't do that, that's stupid, because, you know, when you jump, not only do you have a height advantage, but also it makes it hard for the enemy to react to it as well. So, they made it so that the accuracy does decrease when... I killed you still, I'm good with that. So yeah, when you jump, the accuracy is horrendous. So if you do that, you're instantly gonna give a chance to your pursuer to, you know, die. Fucking get out of here! That bamboozler. Oh really? Oh, there's 2 sniper weapons. That's why. Nice, nice, and that's why I like the blaster. It's like a shotgun, but worse, and I love it. It's either you hit your shot or you don't. Well, I guess a shotgun is kind of like that anyway. Oh shit. Forgot they respin that fast. Damn it, why did I jump again? I wouldn't even use using my special would have helped. It would be a shiny distraction at best. I love that this map too. I don't know if you guys know the history of this map or like this kind of map. This is the only, as if you realize, unsymmetrical map in the game. And by that I mean, like, you know, all the maps are like, you know, it's a mirror. Once you get to the enemy base, it's still a mirror. You know, everything's kind of symmetrical for both teams. On either side, when you enter the base and all that, you know, it's all symmetrical. You know, it's all one end and the other end. But this kind of map, there's also one in Splatoon 1 that has it unsymmetrical, where it's you're on the right side or you're on the left side. The interesting thing about that, oh god, I got 7 kills. Oh, everyone got, ooh, a lot of people got 7 kills. Very nice. The interesting thing about this map is, you see, all the Splatoon characters are right-handed. So technically speaking, if you're on the right side, you're at a disadvantage. Kinda. What about the one where you are on the bottom and the enemy is at the top? Which map is that? Which map are you referring to? No one of them gets fucking damn it. Also, oh yeah, Aya's dead, isn't she? Fuck. In Splatoon 1, it was kind of worse because I don't like the design of the map anyway. I don't like the aesthetics. Like, it's a salt spray rig, you know, a rig. And I like how it has salt in the name. But for this, nah, I just hear the dogs. But for this game, I do enjoy the fucking blasters. I do enjoy the aesthetics, the Japanese aesthetics of Splatoon 2's. Oh, god damn it, you went back for me. He was gonna go run it, and then I was gonna go chase him, but nope. T voltage. Is he trying to sound cool? Shit. Please, please. Oh, frick. Our player's so good. Maybe I won't do competitive. I'm struggling just in the regular matches anyway. Nintendo hates lefties. It wasn't Link always a lefty though? Except in Skyward Sword. Yeah, I've played Skyward Sword. I mentioned multiple times that it's one of my favorite Zelda games. I consider it the best Zelda game. Everyone hates Kachito, or not Kachito. Ark definitely hates that I say that, and he disagrees strongly. But again, I haven't played Twilight Princess yet, so I get to say what I want. Fucking I'll tell you guys. But yeah, I think that game does give you an option. Does it or does it not? I don't remember. But I don't think it even matters at the same time, because even if you have the sword on your, you just play that, but as a lefty. I think even if you swap the control like to the left hand, I don't think it matters that much. I understand it mattering for like for DS stuff, because sometimes your hand would block certain aspects of the game. Like for example, the tools and some menu items being on the right side, so for you have easy access to it. But if if you're left hand, it changes the UI for it. But for Skyward Sword, I don't think it matters that if you're left hand, because yeah, even though the sword does come out from the right hand, you still do the attacks. It's still a lock on. It's not gonna change because you're swinging it a little bit differently, or like in a different area. The game still calibrates it as that move. Also, wow, we're getting destroyed. I might want to change lobbies. Have I used the shield in Skyward Sword? A few times, definitely. Which, by a few times, I mean pretty much all the time. There is a lot of times where attacking with a shield, like reflecting, is fun as well. But I think that's the case for any Zelda game. Any Zelda game, you really don't use the. Oh my fucking god! T-Vulture's at 18 kills. Yeah, I'm definitely changing the lobbies. That's the same case in Zelda games. In any other Zelda game, the shield isn't really much used other for like reflecting stuff and like puzzles. Eventually, we get a mirror shield or something. But for like reflecting or shielding, it's just sometimes in case you need to defend yourself to get a grip on stuff. I do like that Skyward Sword has a bit of a timing to it where you have to block at a good time so it won't waste their ability. Hi Podium, how are you doing? Oh fuck, there's an Among Us on the flag as soon as you come in. Damn it. Again, I saw nothing. We haven't seen anything like that until Podium shows up. Maybe that's what he came here for, just to infiltrate with an Among Us. It's fate. Fucking. Nice. How is your day? I know you're leaving, or maybe are you leaving, or was it a joke? I don't know. When you come back, tell me your day. Please! Damn it. See what I mean? Close range with blasters is horrible. You're just kind of gambling to hope you get a good shot in the end. Like that. Why did I get killed by that? Set Podium on Mimini tags Paul. I'm slumber for the next 7 hours. It was fine. Fair enough. I too shall have slumber soon. Eventually. Well, he's under. There we go. I was thinking like, well, he's under there. My splash damage could just take him. And sure enough, it did. Probably will you play Zelda? No. Zelda is banned. Oh shoot, you had the running shoes, damn it. Twilight Princess? Yes. But not right now. I'm gonna take a pretty long break until we go to Twilight Princess. I definitely am excited to play it since it is a new experience and all that, but I'm not gonna play it at least in the near future. It might be next year I'll play it. Answer this question before I take my. Is food overrated? You can answer me. Affect our friendship. I guess technically, yeah, food is overrated in a small way. That would have killed me. Correct answer. What if I'd said no? What would you do? Oh damn! Wow. There's a Paimon like Genshin Impact themed gaming chair. That's really cool. I want to get a new chair. Well, no, not right now, but I do want to get a new one eventually, like one that's actually worth a shit, but is also cheap at the same time. Just give me a good chair that isn't like $200, please, for the love of God. But make it like anime themed or whatever. Splatoon 26, Jesus, Cobra Kai, hi. Wow, okay. Dark Matter. Pama's super cute. She is really cute. Again, I love the character design in Genshin Impact. I love the art style, even if it's just typical anime. But it's amazing I could do that in the 3D game, you know? And, like, the fact that they actually make the males really hot, like, that's also impressive, because not a lot of anime games really do that, unfortunately. So, I really love the Genshin art style, and I'm just sad that it's, you know, not... I know, you know, it's for money or whatever. Like, fucking, I wish. You know what? You know what? Here, let me throw this out here. I wish Genshin Impact is as successful as it could be, so they can make a game, a full paid game, to the same level as Zelda, as Breath of the Wild. I would love that. If they become like successful enough to make their own like an actual official like standalone game, you know, that would be great. Have multiplayer, you know, same thing. Have multiplayer where you just collect stuff with your friends, like co-op, like basically co-op, that you can, you know, hang out with your friends or whatever, and just have this big old land to go explore together. I would definitely be on that. I would love that to the bitter end. You know, you could like unlock characters, I guess, but like once you can replay the story or whatever, I don't know. If a game like that ends up existing, I think I would end up like, I don't know, would I end up playing with I think I would end up playing with friends first. I know that probably would ruin, you know, the single player like loneliness, I guess, but I kind of want that joy to be just maybe because I enjoyed Ocarina of Time anyway with friends anyway, so. Maybe it wouldn't matter as much? What about New World? What do you mean? I should have used my special. It's an MMO, right? I never heard of it, so I'll have to check it out later. There's a ton of MMOs out there. Whoa, I can't believe I got that shot. Oh, you fucking bitch. I'm not a painter, but I do want to get in their backside. Nice! Now see, that's where the blaster works really well for, when they're stuck in the corner and they can't move. They can't reach me, but I can reach them with my splash damage. So technically speaking, even though my kill range is a lot shorter than other weapons, my damage range is higher. And that's why I love the blaster. Once again, another unique weapon to the game that I didn't do it. Let me Google it up really quick. New World MMO. Should I railgun to Splatoon? I think that exists already. That already exists. That's the bathtub. That's the bathtub weapon. That's the railgun of this game. Wow, okay, got 13 kills. Jesus. You're still lost though, but hey. What is this? This looks nice, but again, it's, you know, realistic and stuff, and I just don't want that. I want anime. I want anime babes. Okay, well, unless in that case it's also fun at the same time, then I'll be okay with it. Games are supposed to be fun. Listen, I enjoy it, so bitch. I was just kind of overwhelmed that the Zelda game gave me like close to that experience that I wanted to. It was the mere fact of like asking other people, should I buy this for us, you know? Not for myself, not because it was the obvious answer, but because there was a legitimate deciding factor towards one or the other. Well, I guess to me at least. Nado was just like, yeah, we don't need the other one because we could get in the drop. I didn't know that. So that like the act of like, oh, we can get a new store here because I can go in there now, and then going to that place, and then, you know, it just being like, oh, I'm in this place now. Okay, there's a store. Oh, there's 2 items here. Which item should I buy? And I can only afford one of them. Is like a really weird feeling that no other game could probably get me to feel. Like, sure, single player games, okay, you know, sometimes you want items that's more important to you. It's like, oh, the thing that can hold more items, or the thing that gives me a little extra health, you know? I killed that guy by accident. But anyway, yeah, that kind of stuff. No other game. If it's an MMO, it's usually just whatever gives me the most stats, right? When it's a multiplayer, like maybe like Borderlands, it's just always whatever gives me the most powerful weapon. When, you know that kind of stuff, right? It's always that kind of stuff. Just like whatever's the most powerful, whatever does the most damage, whatever does this, whatever does that. Splatoon single player. It has a single player mode. So yeah, it has a single player mode to play it by yourself, but it's primarily multiplayer. Most of all, its focus is multiplayer. But in shooters, yeah, that's a different kind of thing because it's just a sort of like, oh, just be good at the game and then you'll win, you know. Just be good at the game, just get better than your friends, you know. They also have a weird awkward spot, you know, whether or not you're better or not. If you know, when you play a shooter game, you know, or like even a fighting game, even, it's always that awkward feeling like, yeah, you have some friends that aren't as good as you. There's always that one person in the group that plays it competitively and absolutely demolishes everyone, no matter what that, with no contest. It would be pretty rare unless everyone had the time to practice and play it all the time to get good enough to make like your own mini tournament within your friends. Not just in Smash, but with any other fighting games. And of course, yeah, items would definitely help, but even still, items is no substitute for being good at the game. Like, if you're good at the game, you would know to get those items as fast as you can before the other player even has a chance to react to it. Sure, you have the luckiness that maybe the item will spawn in their general location inside while you're flying up in the air or busy at something, but also a lot of fighting games don't have items, so not just including Smash, every other fighting game has that problem. Mario Party is great, but again, it doesn't allow the freedom because it's turn-based. It's basically a board game in video game form. Sure, you have mini games that could, you know, play every so often at turn ends, but you still have to worry about, you know, how good those people are in the mini game at the moment and how people are smart enough to go around the board. And in that case, it's still just a board game. The thing about the Ocarina of Time multiplayer was that it was a cooperative game, that we all had our own personal enemies to defeat. Any one upgrade was beneficial to us because not only did they make us fight enemies better, but it also just allows us to traverse the world. Everyone went their separate ways, but everyone's decision still affected the party, and there was just a keen community to running around Highwood Fields, going to a location, and seeing someone there walking towards another location. That was something that no game so far had given me the feeling of, you know? Anyway. I'm gonna go check on something really quick, so I'll be right back. Anyway. That was just, you know, talking about that. It was an experience that no other game made me feel. Because every multiplayer game tries to have that feel, and I think they all suck at it. Literally, just a game that is meant to be single player, just given multiplayer, made it feel just a lot better than any other multiplayer game that's out there. And that's kind of crazy. It's really weird if that's the case. Like, how could a single player experience be more impactful of a multiplayer game than a multiplayer game intended game? You think about co-op games don't actually feel like you're really interacting with other player that much? Yes, I feel it, especially if they try to like handhold it. Well, I can definitely say stuff like quote-unquote co-op games definitely have the mentality that you have to interact with the other player. Triforce Heroes, Portal 2, all that kind of stuff. They make it a 100% guaranteed you will have to say, hey, stand here to the other player to continue on with the game. So even though, yes, it is technically you are interacting with the player, it is never a natural thing. It's just always a, oh, you have to do this because, well, that's what the game told us we have to do. Think of Breath of the Wild. You know how a lot of that game isn't really as natural with, well, no, it is natural with its tutorials and such. It is always telling you just a slight nudge on what you have to do. You don't have to defeat an enemy this way. You don't have to go this certain path. You could go your own way and explore the method you want to go for. Yeah, Pikmin 3's co-op mode, with like having a time limit and a little adventure to have, that one is really nice. That one is, I would say, more co-op-y than, because it doesn't require You know, it doesn't require you to, you know, I mean, technically, if you want a good score, yeah, you would need to work together as a team. But it's not done as in a player one steps on the button to open the door for player two. It is always like, hey, sure, I can do this myself, but it'd be faster if you would also help out with this, you know? That would be that's the more natural way of doing things. And that's what the Ocarina of Time multiplayer player thing did, just in a less archaic standard. Pikmin 3 has a time limit. There's a timer, there's a limited area we could run in. So it's not, you know, it's a mission-based, level-based, you know? It's not really meant for you to explore and take your time and all that kind of stuff. But for the Ocarina of Time thing, yeah, there was no time limit. We could just chill out and do whatever. But there was an efficiency to telling the other player, hey, if you're in this area, why don't you grab this item so that I could go to this new area and see what items are there too. Nice. Zelda's co-op says you can just the ending with your friends. I meant a lot of co-op seems to be you both happen to be in the same place doing the same thing. I'm just trying to process. I mean, in that case, yeah. Because what he means is like what I said about the button. It's like, yeah, the player stands here. You know, well, that's in the gameplay sense. In the gameplay sense, yeah, that would be you're both at the right place at the right time. What the game wants you to do. For a story standpoint, yeah, it's also that kind of same thing where it's oh, these characters are a group of players and they are all after the same goal and. You know, that kind of stuff. No, I don't think that's bad. I just think there's a bit of void for games that feel more interactive. What are you saying? Oh yeah, he's just going out for S rank. Stay 4 tried to beat Inner Agent 3, still failing. Oh, actually, Salmon Run is on right now. Let's... What weapons do we have for Salmon Run? Just to go and check. Roll. Oh, that's Fling a Roller, Brush, Sniper. That's Smoky. I don't like that map as much, so I think I'll say no. Get away, you tiny fly. Don't know, I feel like the majority of roguelike co-ops modes done really well. Those games, it really just be you both having the same place with the same goal. Well, in roguelike... With a roguelike, you're talking stuff like Binding of Isaac, right? You're talking like dungeon crawling, getting items, and that kind of stuff, right? I guess that's fair. Yeah, especially if it's maybe not even that hard as Isaac. Then possibly, but at the same time, it's not a world. It's dungeon crawling, you know. It's just getting items. It's still just increasing. You're still after the same thing. You're still after the best stuff. You're still after just beating enemies. The question I give is a feeling of asking my friends, should I get this item or this item? Because, you know, because it affects them as much as it affects myself. It's not an enemy to beat. It's not a cooperative thing. It's not like pressing a button. It's not should I press this button or the other button. It's not should I take this weapon or this weapon with better stats, or like do you want this weapon or not. It's just like these two are majorly important items that I cannot afford if I buy one of them. Which one is more important for my team, not for myself? I don't know how to explain it other than that, because it's, you know, it still is in the sense of like, I guess a co-op-y way. I don't know. Was like Gungeon? I guess that. Maybe in those multiplayer settings, for that type of game, yes, I think it works really well since, you know, you're both in a You're both in a, you know, dungeon, you gotta escape, you gotta work together by fighting and not dying. You're both good at the game and everything. But the more bigger effect, of course, is being open world stuff. You know, being open world, being an adventure game, being something like Mario. You know, Mario's open world. There's a big fun to just, you know, going around, maybe doing either a level all at once just to see how funny it is, or even just doing it all on your own, while your other friends get the stars for you faster. You know. Mario is, by all means, still just a collectathon in the end, so no matter what, anyone, like, it's just speeding up the game process, of course. While in Zelda, it was an actual, for the randomizer, it was an actual, like, trying to figure out where to go, where to get better items, how to get treasure chests so we can progress along and see to the end, but, you know. So maybe for dungeon crawling, that kind of stuff works perfectly fine, but for the adventure style games, like exploring on your own, going to places, like just being in that kind of multiplayer MMO style thing, Zelda did a lot better, which was not even intended to be. Nice! The splash did enough damage that just a ricochet, well, not a ricochet, just the splash damage was enough to kill him. Ah! Are we all? Oh, we have a party member missing. No wonder we started to suck so badly. Here. I would be a happy person if they managed to make Breath of the Wild online multiplayer. Maybe not even to a certain group, but like, they edited enough so that it's an MMO style thing, where you could see players come around, you can trade with them, sell items to them, or just give items for free as gifts. Hunt monsters to gain money so you can decorate your house. That's all. Maybe a few quests here and there, maybe. But the first things first is just you playing the game and interacting. That's the thing. I want something that's just interacting with people. So many MMOs. You could go without talking to a single person in the game, you know? Sure, there's co-op. Sure, you can get randoms to help you do some quests you can't do on your own. But there's not enough of just interacting with people as people, you know? If you want to buy something, there's NPCs to shop from. If you want to sell something, there's NPCs to sell from. If there's hints, there's NPCs to tell you where to go. If you need experience, there's NPCs that give you quests. Why can't there be a system where where quests, selling, buying items were just all done by other players? TF2, if TF2, a first-person shooter, manages to have an in-game economy so powerful it can rupture the space-time continuum, then by no matter should any other MMO do the same thing, you know? I know, like, I think World of Warcraft has something like that for sure, but imagine, one, it's old, so no. Imagine just, like, exploring through the woods or whatever. Okay, what was that? Or something similar. I know there's probably a ton of MMOs that do have, like, a player economy, sort of, with items or decorations or whatever. You place your items in the market for other players to buy. Here, let me do one better. Instead of just having a marketplace, like one solo place to have all players put in their items, have the players having to make their own store in order to sell items there. So it's not just general marketplace of this player and this player and this player. It's think one person, you're walking through an NPC town or like just a town in general, and the shelves are full of markets from actual players that hired people to run them, and the items they sell are the players' inventories they gave up. Like the items there are dungeon items that aren't that good, but they're there if you're there. If you arrive there as you're like if you got there for that area brand new, they could be useful for you. Or they could, I don't know, they could sell materials there that they don't need, but they know other people could need, so they sell it there. Or, you know what I mean, What about the system in Dungeon Defenders? You know a lot of games get cheated, don't you? But none of them combine any of that stuff, Yeah, sure, all of them are multiplayer games. Sure, all of them have the single few mechanics that is also needed in any other, in any other game. But the thing is, they have to have all of them to make it feel immersive and everything. Sure, they might have a tiny bit of that kind of stuff, but I'm looking for the whole picture. And not a lot of MMOs have the whole picture. Have you played Lovers in a Dangerous Space-Time? No, I have not. For an MMO... Okay. For an MMO, that's what I'm looking for. Player interactivity. Everything's run by the player. It's just you exploring and hanging out with your friends. Like a big ol' interactive chat room, Sure, there's stuff to do on your own personal time, but it's just a chat room. You just stand there, play a game while you chat with random players that come across you. There's no goal, there's no big threat you have to take care of, there's nothing to win for, it's just a big ol' hangout. So let me type this in. Space shooter, blah blah blah, Pokemon, blah 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 blah. It's on Steam. 1 to 4% co-op. So it's like a little, yeah. Now this is cute. This is nice. This is good for like a co-op, working together game. But it's not, what I really want. An open world game where, you could just hang out and stuff. That's like you have to work for an objective. The Legend of Zelda, yeah, we had to work for an objective. But as Paul pointed out, he didn't know anything about Zelda, so he just kind of hanged out while he explored the world. Yeah, those kind of games, it's like very obvious. Yeah, this game is co-op and you can't do anything about it. Zelda was, Zelda single player. Yet with the fair act of co-op and I guess a randomizer, there was a fun to just explore the world and do whatever you want to do. Is that, you could either follow one of your teammates, see what they do, and maybe help them out if they need help. Or just go on your own way, see if you can help on your own, and still helping the group as a whole. Oh shit, I hit the wall, I meant to throw it. For an ASMR anime coming out, that's a thing. I'm surprised more of anime being able to not only make an anime of a story, but then make a live action version of that same story. It's like, you already had the anime, why are you making a live action version? And it's not even like it's a classic. The anime came out just a few months ago or something. Why are they already making a live action version? I like how Kachito, you're just like shouting out a ton of multiplayer games. Which is the funny thing to me. I'm giving out all these things, like reasons like why a lot of multiplayer games don't really affect me as much as the game I really want to have. And yeah, you're just shouting like a ton of multiplayer games like, oh yeah, this game, and this game, and this game, and this game. And it's just like, but none of them are what I want. I seen a little bit of Human Fall Flat. I forgot what it is. Like it's like a 3D like kind of jiggle fest of trying to get to a goal or something with your friends. I know there was like another one that's like about fighting instead. I'm not saying that these games are like bad for what they do. Like, they're good co-op games for a reason. it's just not the experience I'm, you know, wanting. I want that chat room experience. I just want to chill out while playing a game and just talk to friends, that kind of stuff. Sure, a ton of games, you know, like sure, Smash is a fighting game that doesn't, you know, has its jank, and it does have the, you know, that same one player that is better than everything, you know, that kind of stuff. But it's also, you know, back in the Melee days, back in, you know, without internet, I've heard stories of people like really having fun with just chatting with you fucking bitch, how dare you taunt at me? He's gonna peek around the corner. He ran. Jesus, he ran from me. Fucking I hate it. When someone squid backs me, I fucking go wild. You know what? If I Splatoon 2, I'd taunt every time. God, you'll piss off so many people. I mean, I guess that's the, you know, that's the attention from teabagging, but or you'd start a squid party. Yeah, look at you though. I'd see you starting the squid party instead. It's funny because even though it is like a taunt thing for battle, when it becomes like a party, then it's just more of a fun thing to do with everyone, which is really silly. I think we'll do a few more matches and we'll stop for today, I think. Yeah, we could do that. Waffle Waffles are streaming Sega Genesis, I could do that. We rated Roxanne last time, so. Oh, I hate Swift Party. Anyway. But yeah, those are my cases for multiplayer games. I want that, you know, that free roam stuff. I want a well-designed free roam game that I can just play with friends, and you know, if it's co-op and it's not even like an MMO, I'll take that too. If it's a co-op game, I just want something to chill to do, not something that infects everyone. Like Minecraft is pretty great, but it does result in everyone kind of like building separate from everyone. I definitely want an experience that is more, you know, if I get something, it can help everyone else too. That kind of stuff, like the Zelda thing. I think maybe the Zelda multiplayer thing is really like the only way to go, honestly. Sure, that get boring after a while, but if people made more multiplayer mods for different Nintendo games, I definitely love that. I mentioned before that if there was a Banjo-Kazooie multiplayer mod that was able to, that we can connect towards, and that everyone has their syncs in, like that would be really fun to do. Something really, like, typical would just be, yeah, not necessary. There's two different versions of this. One, just pure co-op, just me and friends. That would be cool for, like, the Zelda stuff. Open world, or maybe just, like, a couple of choosing weekend levels, like, helping out each other if we need to. But otherwise, we can go on our own ways and just chat as we explore this world. Sometimes running into each other if needed. Banjo-Kazooie would be an interesting way to do it, because while it is a collectathon like Mario, since you don't escape the level, then you could kind of like be in the level and just have everyone try to collect the Jiggy all on their own, or something like that. Or even just the mini collectibles. Imagine someone needing to have a certain amount of feathers to do an action, and someone else would grab the feathers in another level just by being called out, and it's like, wait, you guys helped each other in a natural kind of way. Not because the game really needed you, your fault for not having the feathers at that time in the single player experience, but in the multiplayer experience, you can help out that way. That would be for a good co-op experience, just for some random friends. For an MMO experience, I want the world to be integrated with every single player. As minimal NPCs as possible, except maybe a tutorial NPC. Having players set up shops and houses and the stores and such, not just being one big bazaar. Having players make, like, if you need this material but you don't have enough levels for it, or Maybe you need this material and you don't want to go grinding for it because you have like 5 different materials to get. So you're like, okay, I can spend money to have other players find the last 2 materials while I go and get the first 3. Then this is like a cooperative thing without needing to be cooperative with knowing the friend, because you're hiring someone in the game world. So you're like it's weird to explain. It's weird to explain. Well, that's the kind of stuff I like. Imagine walking through, Breath of the Wild's Yiga clan? Not Yiga clan, what's it was called? Yiga? I don't know. The evil ancient clan that is against you. Imagine that. Like when I first saw those and talked to them and they turned into the evil guy, I was just like, oh my god, that's incredible. How, like, what the fuck? I totally thought they were, evil or something. Think of that. But imagine that as actual players. Imagine walking through a forest, just chilling out, resting, maybe to get some health back, or like just chilling out or getting some buffs or whatever. And then, you see a player come in and you think he's friendly at first, but then after, not turn evil, but having PvP available. Now this does sound familiar to things like DayZ and stuff, those kinds of games that have that multiplayer world where you can fight or not fight, anyone can be hostile, anyone can be friendly. So if you're a thief kind of character, then you could do that and one-on-one, a group or something, maybe even with a group of bandits or something. But the fact that they would be melee based, with swords and shields without there being guns, means you have to get up close and personal to them. You're not going to get sniped out of nowhere, so you can't, you're not scared to go out. That's the thing. You're not scared to walk out into the world is the other thing. The limits of the game has to be where you can hold your own if there's a thief in. There's a way to back out. There's a way to fight if you're willing to take the chance, because, this other player might have good loot. If I'm able to win and I see a small advantage I have, then possibly I could get a gain on material worth from this. Or if you're willing to risk losing some items, or something like that, it's possible for you to just run away, or even barter by giving them some items so they'll leave you alone. Items you really planned to sell but couldn't find any buyers or something, I want that feeling, That would be a nice feeling. Something like that. It may be impossible, but with how Battle Royale and the DayZ game has been with multiplayer, or how people have turned for TF2, turning that into like a very casual, just chat box game, also competitive game at the same time, I think it's very possible. Also, oh my god, how did I not die in that? What the hell? How in that entire time, as I was talking about this, I didn't die from all that mess? Jesus Christ. Though, moments like those... Oh, he fell down. He fell down. Moments like those are the reasons why I really like Splatoon. Like, Titanfall and other shooters, yeah, if you're in a group of enemies, you just instantly die. But this game, there's that chance that everyone just misses their mark for some reason, and you just slip by, and you somehow live and take them all out. It's really funny. Can I teleport out of here? Ah, damn it. Oh, damn it, it's Mochi again. God damn it. Nice. Okay, so if we lose after all that, I'm gonna cry. We might lose, and I might cry. But yeah, there goes my stuff about a multiplayer game that I would care about. 2 different game concepts you want? Yes. I think the first one is definitely like just a single player experience that can be achieved through co-op as an optional thing. Co-op, well, I guess Kirby Return to Dreamland doesn't really intend to have co-op, and it doesn't work with co-op as well. But Ocarina of Time somehow worked with that. Maybe the co-op one is a little far-fetched. The MMO one, though, is one I kept thinking of for a long while. I've been really thinking of, like, just a game that has that player and that interactivity with the world. There's no, like, side quests or anything. It's all just about the player doing what they want, of money. You can either keep exploring every area and beat the game, like, beat whatever final boss exists or whatever, or just get money, get better housing, get decorations, or look your best, or just chat with people, you know? I don't want the goal being beat the game or material wealth. I want the way to that goal, the journey, to result in you interacting with people. Ocarina of Time, the closer you got in terms of your real co-op, yeah. There was something really nice about playing a single player game that's open world, has cutscenes and everything, has items to collect, that yet, because I was playing with other people in voice chat, still made it feel like a co-op game. It's really weird. It's really weird, but there was some glee I had from it. Our focus on efficiency doesn't really turn out that way. That's just the sad truth, you know? I would like a game like that. It's probably not impossible if it's just tried, maybe once or twice to see how it turns out, but, you know, it just comes with the cost of money or something, you know? Genshin Impact could have been that way, you know? There's co-op in that game. I would have been fine, you know, it's not an MMO specifically. It's a mobile game, but it could have been that way. If the world was more open, like Breath of the Wild, and you could just invite your friends, instantly, that game would have more credit for Breath of the Wild than... that would have it given more merit. If it was just, like, more Breath of the Wild rather than RPG-focused, like, you know, with levels and questing and grinding and having to do story stuff to earn, and all that kind of stuff. If it was just pure exploration and just getting items that makes you stronger, or maybe even, like, just getting, you know, different materials to make better weapons, and it just had the added bonus of having co-op for 4 players, that would have been great. You know what? Here's the other thing. You would also have, you know how the game has you switch characters on the fly, and since you have your co-op friends to take that cover for you, that's already the co-op mode covered. Oh, I'm dying so much. I think when a time short 2004. I know that games like 2004 did exist. I just wish they did it not only the same thing, but a little better. Because, you know, people tried to revive those kinds of MMO stuff, but it just doesn't hit the right way for me. Again, I don't know much about the MMOs or, like, multiplayer games back then. And I mean the MMOs, I mean the player places. Ah, okay. Trust me, God, I mean, I feel that way with not only the multiplayer session of video games, but also just the internet in general. The internet back in those times was a very, very hidden community. The internet was very new to everyone, and the mainstream never had a hand in it. So there was a very pure, small community you had with it that never existed anywhere in the real world. The problem, of course, there's the mentality problem. I don't think it's just the mentality. It's just the fact that everyone is in the internet. There's social media now. It, like, as much as it seems like a wild concept, but back then the internet was nothing more than, you know, kind of work, kind of for information seeking, that kind of stuff, government work or that kind of stuff. It was something for office, you know, something for working in a place like that, or even working at home sometimes for papers or whatever. For nowadays, though, the internet is a part of many people's lives. So when you take that, like, this rarity away from it, it's, I don't know. Not just that, the same thing could be said about the anime community, even when that was starting to get a little bit popular. If you don't want to look at the internet stuff, there's the anime community, which also had the same thing. It's not just that the internet changed because of the you know, it just got older, and people just got older, and things changed. It's the fact that it was very little, very small. You know, the anime community was of toughness. It was of trying to find things from Japan. It was trying to look at many different part 1, part 2, part 3, episode 1, part 2, episode 3, part 1, part 3. Wait, where the fuck was 2? Talking about the anime, like, and doing these jokes when no one else knew in America because the anime wasn't mainstream back then. That was also a little bit of a special time because you worked really difficult with other people to try to find the anime. Nowadays, I just go on a website, be like, this anime, like, or new anime in this year, and I'll find, like, a list of all of them. I'd find, oh, okay, I need to watch that anime. I'll just go in animesite.com. Oh, look, a streaming service. You have Crunchyroll and that kind of stuff. Back then, I would imagine people definitely had to go to other people to say, hey, what is this anime? To actually find what they're talking about, because people didn't know back then. The open world part. I would definitely find enjoyment in Pikmin 3. I'll definitely do that, but, co-op, that's for one or 2 players. That would be fine for playing with a friend every so often, I'd like that. I want the glee of, but I also want the glee, like, Minecraft, how we have, didn't we have, like, 12 players at one point together? Imagine those 12 players, but everything we did helped each other. It was, like, just a thing we wanted to do. Imagine, like, I was thinking if I should start setting, like, projects to do in the server as a group, eventually. So that we can all work on something. It would be done really quickly, but since it's just a ton of mining and just getting the materials and building one by one, it's not really much of, oh, we gotta group up to kill this monster, or we gotta take on these dungeons that have different branching paths, Sure, yeah, I definitely do like to work together, and even in Minecraft, if it's just grinding or mining, like that mining, the mining shaft you guys made near my place to grind up some iron and stuff, that was certainly fun. It was just mining, but it definitely had its charm. But if you change that context to being more of fighting like some monsters or whatever, or fighting, just exploring in general for items that isn't just iron, that is anything to sell, anything to get, anything that's useful. That isn't just iron for the Minecraft Royals, which I did fix, by the way. So Minecraft will be coming back soon. Then it'd be fun to just go on and, if it was just always the same goal, just material wealth, like of defeating monsters to sell their bones or whatever for the good of money, then it's like, okay, no matter what, if Kachito kills 15 enemies, 15 like random goblins or whatever, and I kill like this boss, both work. What do you think about Terraria? I think that's close. Definitely. Terraria is really... It's still also a building game, so mining is also involved just as much. I'm trying to think how can I put it into words specifically. I will have to take back what I said last time, that maybe we should have Terraria in hard mode, because then it gives everyone enough items to make their own stuff. It is definitely worth to fight together in a certain boss. I feel like Minecraft sound closer to what you're describing, honestly. Well, yeah, because what I'm describing is a system where we're all playing for just random shit, Minecraft Terraria has that. It's a lot of mining and fighting, but a lot of the stuff we have to do is, building it. We have to build buildings to make it look nice. We got it for that material worth. When we explore in Minecraft, it's a ton of empty land. We've seen villagers. We can make our own villagers. When it's... how can I say? Like, I already know all the biomes in Minecraft. I don't need to explore. Legitimately speaking, I don't need to explore in Minecraft, because as long as I already have my house that looks nice, The only thing I really need is just decorate it, and then once that's done, it'll just be like, all right, gotta build something else then, and I'd find a new ground. I'll start getting the materials. I'll start building. I'll place my stuff down. Then I make a new build. It's definitely. Is it item sharing? I don't know. And that's what makes it so difficult. It's really hard to describe exactly what gives me this feeling because it's hard to know like what exactly as well made Ocarina of Time multiplayer so much fun to me and so much engaging. It's weird. Okay, honestly, you know, in the Minecraft streams, yeah, I do have fun. I do enjoy playing with everyone. I do enjoy just, you know, chilling and talking to each other and just basically getting, you know, my house done and fighting to get better gear and mining and all that. That's fun. I enjoy that. Especially when, you know, working together does it as well. Oh shit. But it still didn't give me, the Ocarina of Time gave me more enjoyment than that. And I don't know exactly why. I could think like maybe because of the item sharing, maybe because there was a world we could just explore freely even though we were all working for the same goal. You were sneaky, you were hiding, weren't you? God damn it, Mochi. In other words, like, other games do have item sharing. You can transfer items to other players in other multiplayer co-op games, like Borderlands. But it, again, just still didn't give me the same feeling because it's usually boiled down to, what's the strongest weapon you have? No, item transfer, just item sharing? I'm not sure. I guess the also major difference was that, you know, the items in the Ocarina of Time randomizer is dependent on... Oh, that was Mochi. I just have to. The items dependent in, you know, Zelda was movement based. You know, it was which location we could go to, where can we go to, you know, what areas can we enter, what areas can't we enter, that kind of stuff. It wasn't just specifically, oh, this item is stronger than the last item or whatever. I don't know. God damn it, Mochi. Why was my other party member not doing anything? He was right there. I was struggling so much. Who knows, though? Who knows in the end? I try to explain, but, you know, it doesn't make sense as much, I can imagine, for other people to listen. Because it is still a bit like, well, what could it be then, you know? It's always, well, this game has it, and this game has it, but at the same time, it's always, well, yeah, it has that, but it just doesn't have everything else with it, you know? Yeah, I could say a certain mechanic like Terraria has that sort of connectivity of fighting a boss altogether, but I don't feel like it's still building, you know? You can't just... I don't know. I think Terraria probably might be, aside from the 2D stuff, could be the closest to that. It's the closest to that feeling of working together, because, you know, you're fighting monsters all together and everything. Yeah, their main games are connected like that, but they aren't just open world or open world, yeah. Open world, quote unquote. Who knows? Who knows? I do wish for a game like that someday, if it ever does exist in the end, you know? I want a good experience to just chill out and play with friends, not having to worry about anything, not have to worry about losing. Like, if I die, don't let that affect everyone else. Like, I have to be revived all the time. Don't be, you know... That's the co-op game that I still don't know for sure what I want. For MMOs, I already explained my stuff in MMOs. I want it to be player connected and stuff. I could even make designs. I could, if I wanted to, I can, like, write a design of, like, what things would look like, how they could work like, that kind of stuff. But is it really co-op if you aren't yelling at each other for doing something wrong? I don't know. I have a PTSD of yelling, so I'm okay without it. I'm really just like chilling out and just having maybe like castle crashers in that sense. Like, yeah, we could just all fight. It's just that, getting money and all that. Or something, I don't know. Either way, I think I'm gonna stop it here. Thankfully the stream didn't die while I was doing this. And actually, I think someone else started streaming too. We'll wait a little bit though, actually. We'll wait a little bit to do this. Few game jams, my goal literally was this game needs to make the players yell at each other. Someday, we'll have a game that requires you to yell at your partner in order to progress the story. Did I not do the first weapon on this? I did those two. I guess I never did this one. We're not done yet. I'm gonna wait for Mir to start streaming and talking and everything. I do want. Alright, she's doing a partner push, and I think raiding would be a great thing to do. Also, really love the music in Octo Expansion. I love that. I love the music in this game so much. The soundtrack is so good. I don't like the shit. I don't like the music in Splatoon 2 in general, but I do like Octo Expansion's music so much. Damn it, I'm out of ink. Oh, okay, cool. That actually worked out for my plan. Nice. And now I need one to get off the ramp. I did beat this level before, but it, you know, again, it's been a while. But yeah, I think the last thing to say, I think personally about the whole game thing is that maybe there will never be that perfect game that does do what I want it to feel. Maybe that's something that can only be achieved in real life, probably. Who knows? I guess in general, for sure, it's just a sort of like, hey, it would be cool if it existed. I don't think it's a even impossible game. Any game is possible at the end of the day, you know. If you believe hard enough, any... Oh shit, I missed. Yeah, I'm not... I'm not winning today. Damn, okay. Let's go to Mirith. Let's go raid Mirith. Tomorrow... Not necessarily financially. Well, yeah, if they were profitable. If they were profitable. But either way, next time on a stream, back to Minecraft again. And soon, Bug Fables will be returning tomorrow. See you guys till next time.